3.
Tell me when I can hit the music.
You go now.
Well, life so far is still in progress. I've breathed another couple million times since the last time we were here, folks. My heart is still beating. I'm still not 6 feet under, so I guess I should be happy. But hey. Oh my God.
Not a minor win anyway.
You know, this might be a different show than what we've normally done in the past.
Why?
Things seem to be the nation seem the people, we the people seem to not be dealing with being told what to do and having thumbs put on us and pushed on, because how's that go? Resistance, push back. Yeah. People are irritated. And yeah. And it look, this is all part of our life right now, and I personally have about had it. But I wanted to see where look, we're all in different places. I'm in Illinois, Melissa's in Mississippi, Megan is in Pennsylvania, and of course Kirk is in New York, and not New York City. So I don't consider them they're two different things, right?
They are.
Right.
So Sean, did you wear a mask this week at all?
Do I have to admit the answer is yes?
Yeah, I'm triggering, I guess.
Today was the first time because I took my son to buy Mother's Day presents, and I could not go into the particular place. Any place supposedly now in Illinois. There are signs up everywhere. Not everyone's following. Not even all the businesses are following suit to this rule. But I mean, the people running the businesses are like, yeah, screw that. Some other businesses are like, no, we're just doing what we're told. There were cops called at a certain store. I will not mention. I believe twice in one day.
Walmart?
I don't know. That wasn't it. But anyway, it's not going to fare well. And in our state, and this is why I want to get you guys' takes on this. I want to see if you guys know where you're at, your states. This governor, I almost want to say not my governor, but yeah, that didn't fare so well. Yeah, he's my governor. I don't like him. I'll say that.
Because of his physique, you jealous of it?
Oh, I wish I was a big fat ass. Absolutely.
I'm disappointed. I chose not to wear my governor is an idiot shirt tonight because I didn't want to set a political tone, and now I'm disappointed I didn't wear it.
I told you this show is not going to be.
Damn it. My governor is an idiot shirt.
You wore that last time or somewhere.
The great state of Pennsylvania.
So
Communist Commonwealth.
He wants to introduce a 5-step plan to reopening the state. And I think he said, check local listings. I think he said over like 15 months.
Really?
No. Wow.
No. So basically, let's just bring our whole country to its knees. Because look, and there are some states that are like, yeah, no, we're not. The sheriffs in Arizona are taking a stand and saying, we are not going to enforce these rules. This goes against people's liberties. It goes against people's rights. You cannot tell a person that they cannot go to work. I mean, because the governor or a mayor says that's not the law. You're infringing on my rights to provide for my family. No. Period.
So,
I can respect someone who is scared and wants to stay home. You do you and I'll do me. Let me carry on and let me go about my business and let me live my life.
Some say like
personal responsibility.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. There are countries out there who didn't. I think, what was it, Sweden? Did we talk about this last
Yeah,
week?
for sure. No, we talked about it on the
Off
other
track.
day.
Right. And they, they're kind of like, you guys, well, you're adults. This is what we suggest, but you're adults. And they don't seem to be having problems. It's going to take its toll on whoever it chooses to. You cannot hide from this. Goods are being shipped all over the nation in a truck, in a train, in a plane, planes, trains, and automobiles, whatever. People touch them. People breathe on them. People spittle, whatever.
Yeah, there's no way to completely wrap yourself in bubble wrap and sanitize yourself.
Absolutely.
But okay, so what do we do about it? Number one. Number two, what about the people that are buying into the fear? The people that are petrified. I actually feel bad that you have people walking around in fear, and maybe I don't know if that's their automatic anxiety mindset or if that's what their parents have taught them, always listen to the government, they know everything, but the people that are really buying into it and that are super scared, how do you help those people?
I want to point something out here, and this is only my experience with different people so far. I don't want to say it's not, but I'm kind of on the line of, I don't think this is of a political mindset. Yeah, I will say for the politicians, it seems to be more split. Democrats want shut down possibly, and Republicans want things opened up. But I think from my experiences, the people, it doesn't matter what their political views are. Some believe one way and some believe another.
Yeah, on a smaller scale, like in a community scale, I don't see, Republicans or Democrats, depending on what you are. I don't think their fear level is changing based on their political party. Some people are, you have Republicans that will only wear a mask and yell at people that won't wear a mask. I think it's a different mindset that's going on. But that's like at the local community level. But in the media, it's a little different.
Well, and again, I think there's an issue because the numbers keep changing and the reasons, and
it's a guessing game.
There's no definitive answers on it.
They don't want it to be.
They just put a memo out through the military that if you've gotten COVID, even if you're over COVID, if you have the antibodies for COVID, you're automatically rejected for service.
What?
So what the hell does that mean?
I don't even.
Seriously?
Yeah. That was
I gotta
put out
text my husband.
Like it was a memo that was put out. I think I retweeted it.
Wow.
But it was in a big news thing. It was like in, I don't know, News Weekly or something.
Well, I'd like to I know I talked about a friend of mine who tested positive, ended up in the hospital, came home, recovered at home, is now had 2 clean tests, is healthy, anxious to get back to work. And I would like to report with the way everything is. He is right back to posting all over Facebook about pay attention, people, to what's really going on. Just because he got sick does not mean that he does not support and back the fact that there is something bigger going on. Of course, people are going to get sick. I mean, it happens. Anybody can get sick, but he, I think a lot of people think as soon as someone who gets sick, or as soon as somebody gets sick, all of a sudden they're going to start living in fear and convince everybody to start living in fear. And he's like, quit being sheep, people, pay attention. Just because I got sick, it could happen to anybody, but this is not what this is about. This isn't what's going on.
I'm glad he's better, Megan.
I'm so glad he's better for his family. I drove past his house and his family was outside. It was nice to see his kids, not stuck in the house, quarantined. And it's amazing, but I'm so glad to see that he's right back to himself about people pay attention, educate yourself, about what's really going on out there.
Our governor is talking, you know what, I should bring this up because where's my mouse? Hey, mouse.
My aunt, the one that has COVID, she's in your state right now.
Oh, that's what. Okay. Oh, I feel so bad.
She's a nun. My godmother, my auntie godmother. She's at a convent in Chicago, or on the outskirts of Chicago.
I don't know if this is too early to get into, but this is one thing that's really setting me off today. And I don't care what. Let me just go here. No more. This is from Governor Fat Boy Pritzker. I've had it.
Let's not get on the dynamic duo of Pennsylvania.
Being nice. Our governor of Illinois announces that churches will be limited to low capacity until, here it is, a vaccine is developed. So I'm sorry, you have to have a vaccine to go to low numbers. It's like they're saying you have to have a vaccine if you're going to go to church.
Absolutely not.
What about going to a concert? He didn't mention anything about any concert. Now, granted, I haven't heard everything. Did he mention schools? Did he mention anything? But why are you pointing out churches? You're trying to get a rise out of me. It's working.
So the churches are closed and Planned Parenthood is open.
Thank
That is
you
disgusting.
very much.
And I will not. I'm sorry. You're not going to vaccinate me. You're not going to vaccinate anyone in my family. I'm sorry.
No.
I refuse.
Yeah, and I don't care. Vaccinations don't stop viruses.
Exactly.
But even if people, even the anti-vaxxers are still allowed to roam around. They just can't go, their kids just can't go to public school.
Right.
Or whatever school. So that is just ridiculous. There's no scientific basis for that. That is just stupid.
My friends that are anti-vaxxers, a lot of Amish and Mennonite, and they're not wearing masks. When they implemented it first, they felt that they had to in their businesses, and now the owners of the businesses are like, this is ridiculous. All the girls are wearing something around their neck, so if they have to pull it up, they will. But no one's wearing masks. It's ridiculous.
Real quick, I got to interrupt for a second because I need to clarify. Jen Lee Butler, she had made a comment here. She says, no, he didn't. I listened to the whole ridiculous briefing. I'm guessing that's referring to what I just read, the headlines. But then she says, you had it right the first time. So, Jen,
which state is she in?
She's in Oklahoma, where they have freedoms, evidently.
Where the
depends on the state. I'm
an
anti-vaxxer. Okay. So, Jen, I don't know if you were referring to Governor Pritzker and what he said about the churches or not, but I'm pulling this off of Big League Politics.
Bigley?
Big League.
Oh.
So if Jen, could you clarify what you were referring to on that? I would appreciate it. So go ahead, Melissa.
So on a positive note, I got some really good news today. My son's principal sent an email out to all the parents saying, as it stands right now, summer camp will open for the kids June 1st.
Well, that's great news.
Really?
Wonderful.
Look like that's going to happen in Pennsylvania, but
I'm
very
hoping.
happy for you.
She put it the way things stand now, and what our governor Tate Reeves is doing. He's not making. See what I liked him. I voted for him, but I thought he was very childish when he talks. He looks like a little chubby fat kid. Always has the red cheeks all the time. But the way he's handling this, I'm extremely impressed because he's not making blatant statements. Like when not my governor, but I'm from Rhode Island. I know the Rhode Island governor made those statements to where everything is closed, no concerts, no weddings. People aren't getting their wedding deposits back. It's happening to my cousin right now. Like everything's closed until 2021. But here, 4th of July parades, all of that's canceled in Rhode Island. But Tate Reeves right now is doing it step by step. He always leaves it open to where, as we stand right now, like our restaurants are open at 50% capacity right now. And he's just doing it step by step. He's not saying everything's going to be open at this time or everything's going to be closed for this amount of time. So I really appreciate that. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Jen did get back on there. She said that he did not say anything about sporting events, etc., just church. Really?
Wow.
Governor.
That was
Yes,
what
I
I
have
had
a problem
seen.
with that.
That is just completely unacceptable. On a positive note, I'm going to go upstairs and let my child know he's coming to Camp Melissa for the summer.
Beat me there. I'll race you. Look, hey, this goes
I'm
out to
kidding.
the whole audience here.
Everybody,
I-
come to Mississippi.
I may be
We
taking
got plenty of room.
I may be taking a road trip soon,
Mm-hmm.
bringing all my stuff with me.
Huh?
Nice.
I mean, so, and I'm going south where it's warm. So if anybody out there, if I knock on your door, well, I don't know where y'all live, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Look,
you do.
But you're really good with
Oh, actually, I do know where you live.
find anybody.
You're right. I'm really,
Spokio.
no. I have a past life in the thing and the stuff and the whatnots.
A past life. Are you sure you're not just bipolar?
No, I mean, like I have my
okay.
ways of.
It's really bad when he asked me about
know.
roadways in Pennsylvania, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just the road that I take. But which road is it? I don't know. It's
No,
just
I don't have to
the
ask
way.
anymore. Anyway, no, seriously. Yeah, and I am not playing, and it might happen really, really soon. So I need to get the hell out of here for a bit.
Well, we're violating here. We're having get-togethers. It just
Hot Rocky said, "You know where she lives."
there you go.
Well, I
John.
know the state she lives in.
She lives in Tampa or
Yeah,
Orlando.
actually, I mentioned maybe stopping in, see her, Jen, and Bill Freitas, and
Freitas.
oh wait, he's in Georgia now, I think.
Bill Tacos.
Bill Tacos. Bill. Hey, what up, Bill? How you doing?
Bill Del Tacos.
Yeah, driving, not flying. Driving, road trip.
Oh, and Jen said Oklahoma is open for business. Business.
Look, I like Oklahoma. I do actually. It's a beautiful
music?
state.
Oklahoma is okay.
No,
I don't know what's going to happen with Pennsylvania. You can't get a clear answer. This is it's ridiculous.
Kirk, how's your state looking? What's going on over there in New York?
I pay very little attention. That's
Compartmentalizes as long as his household is good.
how I stay sane. Yep.
Yes.
Everybody here is safe. Nobody's sick. Jessica's still working. I'm still furloughed.
Mm.
The weather
So
was
you're-
nice for a couple of days, but now I guess we have a blizzard coming.
Do you really?
Yes.
My dad said it's supposed to get down to like freezing tonight or something. I don't even know.
Well, it's supposed to freeze tonight, but they're saying early next week an actual blizzard with snow and like feet of snow.
No,
what?
All
Not
be
in
nice
May.
and not
it's been many years since this has happened. We're due.
1976 is what my mom said.
Jen Lee Butler over here. Yeah, we know. Oklahoma's beautiful and the ladies are lovely.
Oh,
It sounds really familiar, like it's in a song or a
Wait, is it?
musical. Maybe.
Hmm. Yeah, okay.
I may or may not have been in it in grammar school.
Yeah, well, we did that play, Oklahoma. Yeah, in grade school. Was it third grade? I don't know. Was it that early? Do you guys remember doing that?
I did not do Oklahoma.
Wait, am I that old?
no, I did Oklahoma, but I did it later.
I saw that movie,
What?
Megan.
You had to wait?
Oh, wrong show.
You know, I don't get speechless very often, but when I do,
That's true.
stuff.
Whose fault is it?
True.
Yeah. Anyway, gosh, look, this stuff's tearing me up. I'm not free to roam. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like being held down. This is one reason I could never like work in a factory or something behind.
You are free to roam.
Look, wherever I may roam, right?
I know. I was thinking
Where I
of
live, my
Metallica
head is
too.
home. See?
I know. I could see it in Kirk's head.
Don't tread on me though.
No. Oh wait, if I lift up my, never mind.
Hey, tame your tree back there. It's getting a little breezy.
Yeah, it is. Wildfires are spreading
Melissa.
like wildfire.
How's your son dealing with this? And Sean, how's Willie? are the kids dealing with this? Because that's what I'm curious talking to friends of mine about how the kids are dealing with not being able to be with their friends and hang out.
Go ahead.
Me? He's fine. He has friends over right now.
That's good. No, I'm glad.
It's
I'm
me.
glad-
No, it's me that is freaking out. He's very semper gumby. He's very, it's a military term, always flexible, always whatever. He's fine. Even on no electronics day, he's fine. We play card games and stuff, but I'm having, what are you laughing at?
I'm reading the comments. Just, I don't.
Wrong show, guys, but
Oh
it's
no,
still funny.
I don't know what the context is on some of this, but I'm like, I don't know what that means. Or anyway.
Yeah, I'm struggling to deal with everything at this point. I've been at home for 2 months now, and I've got a kid that's low key, easy to deal with. He's doing just fine. I, however, am like, okay, I'm at my snapping point with this. What is?
I'm distracted. Between these two, Rocky and Jen.
They're making you blush. Your head
Yes.
is. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I'm blushing again.
How did life in progress get derailed?
Tied up, tied down.
I don't.
Wrong show, y'all. Wrong show.
Guns N' Roses song.
Mm. So anyway, normally when we are our normal show, you were right when you said this isn't going to be our normal show.
Said it was going to be crazy. So
Yeah, it's weird. Weird. So
Oh my.
we normally talk about life issues, health and wellness, random life in progress topics. And since COVID is our life, like you said at the beginning of the show. And I don't know if this is taboo. I knew it wouldn't be for off track, but do you think sexual wellness is an issue?
Well, of course. I think at any time, yes.
I wanted to run it by you guys. I probably should have done this off air, but we could have an expert be a guest next week. An actual a certified expert to talk about romantic wellness and stuff.
I
What
would
do you
have
think?
that.
I don't know what to say to that.
Let me read the comment.
I'm a.
Well, okay, so let me bring up a topic because this leads to where things are not happy and good. A friend of mine today said she can't deal with it anymore because there's no boundaries. There's no line between worker and mom. She's been at home, she's working, but because there's no respect for her workspace and for her work hours, and because she's at home, she's completely stressed out. The kids are out of control. The husband's out of control. Everybody's demanding, everybody wants. And she's like, okay, from this time to this time, I need to work. And then I will take a break with you. And then this time to this time, I need to work. And then I will take a break with you and take care of what you need. But there's no, so think about how many moms are out there right now that are trying to manage and balance a household. And because you're in the home, you're just expected to manage and handle and do everything, boom, because, the kids are out of control. Something happens and there's no respect for. So mom's completely stressed out. Nothing's getting accomplished that needs to. And then she's completely stressed. So then the kids are stressed. Then the husband's stressed. Then everybody's fighting.
So by your friend.
Oh, it's not me because I'm a hard ass and I'm just like, get away from me. I'm like, I've got to meet. No, unfortunately in my house,
Have wine.
There's a line if I turn around with that look and I'm like, not now. Or I give the 5-minute warning. I have a WebEx call in 5 minutes. So all electronics, TV, everybody find some place to be, get out of earshot.
Now,
does Chet obey?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that doesn't surprise me, chat. Now, the husband in this scenario, or whatever, is he a normal participant in the marriage, or like he's he's laid off or furloughed or whatever, so he's home with the kids and
He's
not-
working a different shift. But this is more than one person. So because I don't want to just this if she's
Right.
she's gonna be like, I didn't say that. Well, I'm incorporating her and a few other scenarios.
Got it.
'Cause I have neighbors that I'm talking to, and but her situation, just talking to her, and I get it. You've got spouses on different work shifts. You've got one working from home, one not, who's going to the office, but at different hours. And we're all trying to manage homeschooling, and homeschooling, let me tell you, is a damn joke. And I'm sorry if anybody watching is offended, but I don't care. 2 15-minute Zoom calls with your teacher a week does not qualify as an education, and y'all can.
You don't get assignments and
We get
stuff to scan
on Monday. You get you get a list of assignments on Monday. They are due on Friday. Oh, and guess what? Parent of the year here missed the Zoom call that was at 6:00 because I was too busy dealing with this. So he has 2 15-minute Zoom calls a week, one on Tuesday morning at 11, and the other one was at 6:00 tonight. And guess what? I missed it.
It's okay. Everybody is dealing with this. Everybody's doing the best they can. The teachers, I mean, I don't understand. Like, I wish I could have gave my son's teacher a gift, because holy crap. Or like a bottle of wine with his picture on it or something, because they're doing the best they can. They weren't prepared for it. Such an abrupt
Right.
cancellation. The principals, I know, are probably receiving calls. I'm on a text thread with all the other parents in my son's school, and they're so frustrated. I didn't know because he has different teachers for different subjects, but they're not all, you have to look for them. They're not.
I don't blame the teacher. The teacher
And
is at the mercy of the school district and what support they're giving.
Exactly. And it's fine. It's the last couple of months of the school year. We only have, I think, 2 weeks left for our son. And hopefully it'll be like an Etch-a-Sketch. Let's, August, we'll just shake it up and start all over again.
Well, now they're talking about not even starting school until 2021. So I work full time and I'm trying to manage everything else. I don't have 6 to 8 hours a day to babysit him while he's doing schooling. This is impossible. I'm ready to snap.
Well, people are starting to co-op out, because the people that don't believe that kids should be out of school and think it's an overreaction. I see a lot of people co-oping. The parents that go to work and they drop, off of their friends, almost like a co-op or Montessori type of things.
Mhm.
People are coming up with now.
I think it's a great idea. I'm lucky. Max is easy, so I'm not complaining, but I'm frustrated trying to keep up with his schoolwork. Fortunately, he's got some great websites to complete his work, and so we interact while I'm working, he's doing stuff, so we're interacting, which is great, but it's extraordinarily frustrating. And I think about people who have children that have special needs or learning disabilities, or that this is my kid is
When it takes it takes a medical
Oh.
professional or a mental health professional to help with your child. I know.
I'm really lucky. Max talks to everybody, hangs out. He talks to the neighbors. The minute somebody outside this house talks to him, he is like new best friend, and he's gone. And I'm like, okay. And I've got neighbors that are all about social distancing, and others that are fine. Come here and give me a hug. So
you guys, you're talking about not having time with your kids. I mean, obviously, look, Megan, you have a job. A lot of people have a job. Obviously, a lot of people have a job that are going through this at the same time right now. And I don't know. It just kind of tripped something in my mind. And actually, we're talking about someone else who homeschools is Jen. I think she maybe has forever, right?
She does. She says she homeschools.
Right. So I kind of want to know, like, not everyone who homeschools follows a school type curriculum either. I mean, to me, things you do in normal life are learning experiences that probably more valuable than some of the things you learn in school.
If you make them, I mean, ask Kirk. They homeschooled 2 boys.
That's right.
Yeah, and Jessica pretty much set up their curriculum. I mean, the state had guidelines or whatever that had to be fulfilled or whatever, but she and the group that we were a part of, I mean, that's basically how we worked it out.
So how much different is it, do you think, than like not the necessarily curriculum itself, I guess, but how much does it differ in the sense that if you have, I'm not sure how I want to ask that. Is it a strict thing, or is there also everyday life things involved?
Well, there's definitely everyday things involved, and it's different than a school setup anyway, because basically early on, you're teaching your kids how to learn, not what to learn, but how to learn.
Okay.
And then give them the information, and then you go back and then you check, what they did, and again, it's a lot different than the school system, because a kid doesn't have to be locked into 8 hours sitting at a desk.
Oh, I agree.
Right.
I don't think, especially for a boy, it's not good.
2 hours doing this and then go run around the house a few times.
At least, yes.
Well, and using everything in everyday life as an educational opportunity, everything that you can, when you're going places, when you're doing things, when you're upstairs, downstairs, you're doing laundry, you're in the kitchen, you're in the garage, you're working on things, you're running errands, you're meeting people. Everything has learning opportunities and talking points. And that's something with Max and the things that he's watching. While I'm working, I'm listening and paying attention, because, he does work. He gets his work done. So I allow him to do it when he wants to, how he wants to, as long as he's doing everything he's supposed to and completing everything, it's his choice. So he pays the price if he doesn't get it done the way it needs to on time. So the other day he was really super excited because he's been waiting to see The Rise of Skywalker. And so I listen while I'm working to what he's watching, and he stops partway through the movie and he goes, "See, this is why militias can be really good, Mom." And I'm like,
What?
Wow, really good point. Let's talk about that. So
Militias?
Militia.
I didn't hear what you said at first either. I got you.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're learning about what?
Well, no, but I thought it was really odd that he just all of a sudden in the middle of Star Wars is like, see, so he pays attention, he listens, and he hears things. And so he's like, militias can be really good. And I said, okay, that's a really good point, but let's
well-armed militias.
Yes. So we took the opportunity to talk about it, but I was really impressed by the fact that here's an 8-year-old watching a movie that comes up with a point. I'm like, that's a really good observation. And so I want to talk about that more.
Well, and early on with our kids, like I remember Jessica and I having a discussion, because even when our kids were like very little, I would go into detail explaining things to them using big words and explaining situations. And she pulled me aside once and we sat down and we had to talk about it. And she's like, "Well, it just seems like you're giving them too much information." I go, "It seems that way now." I go, "But they're like sponges. They're soaking it up."
I feel that way too when you talk to me. I got to have a dictionary or a thesaurus out every time.
I think you're right though, Kirk.
But eventually the tumblers click.
Right. The pieces will fall. And
right.
I think
they'll get in contact.
I think it depends on the topic, but I don't think kids get enough credit these days. They like you said, they're sponges.
I think
if it's introduced, a piece might fall here, and at a later date, a piece might fall there. It's never too early to learn things. I mean, look, not even necessarily in the learning aspect, but kids 150 years ago, whatever. Look, they were working, and they were homeschooled, maybe in a one-room schoolhouse. Sometimes.
I love Little House on the Prairie. I knew you were.
Yeah, but I mean, look, they learned. They learned what was important. They learned about life. They learned about animals and the cycle of life, the plants, and look, self-sustainability. I think we need to be teaching our kids more of that stuff. I mean, I don't even know enough about it. I wasn't taught all
cell
of this
walls and biology, eukaryotic.
Right. I think we missed out on a lot of that stuff. And kind of disappointing, there's a lot of things like some home improvement stuff I never learned. Dad was gone over the road, and I'm kind of like going now as an adult. I'm like,
now Brad Staggs is your daddy.
No, I'm lacking. I'm lacking in that, and I'm disappointed in that. So it sucks. But anyway, go ahead.
So I don't think what we're doing now especially got to give mad respect to Kirk, Jessica, Jen, anybody that homeschools, because what we're doing right now is not homeschool in the sense of
Oh, no.
homeschool. So, okay, they just finished their book and they have a test tomorrow. I think it's like a final English test. And when we're on our Zoom call, our 15-minute Zoom call yesterday, the teacher said, if you guys want to collaborate, it's open book. You guys want to call each other and do the test together, that's fine. Really?
Wait, no. Do the test together.
Mm.
Yes, it's a multiple choice test that they have
Okay.
on the book that they read.
Y'all go ahead and do the test, and I'll join right in with you as soon as I'm done chilling and not paying attention and twiddling my thumbs. And
Yep.
oh wait, did I get a grade? I got a
I'll
grade.
sign
Sweet.
my name
And-
on it. Yeah.
So I don't think that's real homeschool. I think it's the teachers being gentle on the kids because of the change, because of, life interrupted. But I don't think,
Be
but
that
I
easy on
can't,
'em.
no, I don't think that is what homeschool is. I don't
No,
think.
if I was actually homeschooling, this is not at all how I would be doing things. Now, I am supplementing and I'm looking at things and going over things, and I'm taking it and I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't important. We're going to talk about this and we're going to learn about this. Do your assignments and then we're going to move on too. But I like the fact that my child will ask questions. He hears something. He heard something on a program the other day and they're talking about the Alamo. So he started asking
I
me about
remember
it.
that.
Well, I said, I have a better idea. How about you look it up and you read it to me? And so he looks up information about it. He reads it out loud and then he tells me what he learned about it. I'm like, yay.
Let me ask you guys this. So when they shut down all the schools, especially for seniors,
Oh,
to me, this is
Old
my opinion.
people or high school seniors?
High school seniors.
Okay.
It's of my own opinion. Okay, look, you've been to school basically 13 years. You think a couple months is going to affect anything in the rest of their life? Give them their damn diplomas and let them go live their life. And yes, let them walk. I don't care if it's 6 feet apart. Let them walk and get their diploma. The 2 months isn't going to do anything for you. Maybe take your test, whatever. I don't know.
And I think the public school system teaches very little anyway. And if you want to see something really funny, go to an antique store and pick up an elementary school book from like the 1800s.
Those
or
are
the early
difficult.
1900s.
Those are so difficult.
really?
Oh my God.
Yeah. There's
Yes.
stuff in there that I struggle with. And this was elementary.
Very difficult. Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm short today.
We are dumbed down. Oh, I can be short, I think.
Yeah.
now I have been
Oh.
in
That's it.
an Amish schoolhouse on multiple occasions. And let
There
me
we
tell you, those kids, what they are learning is phenomenal.
Well, okay. Give me an idea.
Are they using the metric system?
No,
Oh.
but they are learning multiple
This
languages.
is biblical. It's like the elbow to finger. It's the
Hey, this is different. This is a different length than yours, Kirk. I mean, it's
I'll tell you what, those kids are smart.
I don't, and it's all mine's level. So just I use this in building. It's standard right here in this
And-
household.
And to this day, my grandfather had an 8th grade education and he was a builder, and that man could do math in his head on an old wooden rule better than anybody. And just wow.
That brings something else up in my mind. What you just said, Megan. I know people who do not have it. They didn't
Yes.
even make it to high school. Okay. But yet they've had to rely on their own will, their own abilities, that if they want to do anything or accomplish anything in life, they've had to do a lot of research there, or they just have to go out and possibly fail in order to learn. But that's how life is supposed to. If we rely or expect our children to rely on a book, you're not learning. You're just reading what someone else thought when they put it in the book. It's an opinion still to me, because science books, oh my gosh, we can't be science deniers, but guess what? Science, it's constantly changing.
Well, I know multiple
That's
people.
important.
Yeah. I know multiple people who didn't finish school, who left school for various reasons. They were bored,
Smarter than me.
other things. Well, I can tell you the majority of people I know that have like an 8th, 9th grade education and dropped out. Some of them had to wait to take their GED until their class graduated. They all are business owners. They all are very hard workers. They all make way more money than anybody else I know, and they're business savvy. They're smart. They're hard workers, and
School of hard knocks.
wow. I have a friend. I have a friend who's an aircraft mechanic, and a hell of an amazing aircraft mechanic, and makes a shit ton of money. He dropped out of school in 9th grade. He's bored out of his mind.
He had to go to school for aircraft mechanics, though.
But they wouldn't let him until he had to wait until his class graduated.
Sure. Well,
to take his
fine.
GED. So you know what he did between 9th and 12th
He lived
grade?
and learned about life until then.
He
didn't
went and built NASCAR race engines until they would let him go to A&P school.
Do I know him?
Possibly.
Okay. I look, I like fast cars.
So, but he could have stayed and made a ton of money doing that, but he liked working on planes better. So that was his thing.
I like Tracy Chapman's song about.
I was just
Wait, what song?
just musically. You got a fast car.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Did
it's
I-
anywhere.
did I trigger something?
Maybe together we can go somewhere.
She has so many great songs.
Okay. Really?
It's very soul.
I was streaming her this week, actually.
No.
Does she know that?
Tell me it's not true.
All of her albums. Yeah. Had it
No,
on Spotify.
I can't.
I was house cleaning. Yep.
No,
Vacuuming and
Are
dusting.
you making sandwiches again?
Making dinner. Yep.
All right. I don't mind making a
Tracy
sandwich.
Chapman, full blast.
No.
Cold
Still
feet.
can't.
Darn you, Kirk. That
Hey,
is going to be in
speaking
my
of
head
which,
all
this is
night.
completely off the subject, and I don't know. Someone want to verify this? Was it Brian Howe? The singer from Bad Company died at 66 years old today.
Really?
I think that was his
That's
name.
young.
Yeah, it's only.
Did I see Joe Arpaio died today?
Yes,
too?
and I don't know if that's true.
I
I'm
don't know
afraid
if that's
doing-
a hoax or not.
Yes, my point is I don't know whether they're hoaxes or not. No matter how many things you look up on.
There's so much crap out there that you've got to do the research, because the first thing
I
when I
don't have
see this
time
is I'm
for-
like, is this real or
Ain't
not?
nobody got time for that. What are you
I know.
talking about? Stuff. It's sad, man. I don't know. This world we're living in right now is just, we started this show last year, and here we talked about anxiety and apologies, relationships. I don't know. We've talked about everything. Wow. Have we taken a turn? Because this is what we're dealing with right now, right? We didn't. Life was just normal when we had to find a subject to cover.
No.
I mean, right? Now, no.
Every day's a struggle.
Every day is a
It's
subject.
so dynamic. Like it's
Yeah.
So people who are leaving the house, at least you've got some sense of normalcy. At least you're leaving the house. Those of us who aren't leaving the house, I mean, I'll go 3 days.
you
and
can't
be like,
compare. You
yeah,
can't
but I'm like,
compare.
I'll go 3 days and I'll be like, I don't even know if I took a shower. I'm like, my hair is
What?
pulled up. I got jeans and a hoodie on. I'm like,
You can't count?
We can't compare. We can't compare each other's lives in this right now because
no, because
you're staying at home and it's bad, and then you got other people that can't go home because they're
Actually,
because
forgot
of
to
their
shower.
because of their job. They can't see their kid because they
Right.
work in the healthcare. So we can't compare or measure.
I feel bad for people who are leaving every day too,
There it
because
is.
people who aren't at home have all these added extra, inconveniences that they're dealing with because they're having to leave their home. So, I mean, this sucks for everybody.
Joe Arpaio is alive, according to Google's. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, I
Thank
saw that and I didn't know because I
Thank
didn't
you,
get time to
Rocky.
read up. Thank you for looking.
But it is Brian Howe, and that is of Bad Company. We did a little tribute today. Bad Company. So,
Are you trying to say something about us?
Us. Yeah.
What?
No.
Thanks.
that you're Bad Company.
We're bad company.
Look, oh gosh, I've been affiliated with Bad Company my entire life.
Till the day you die.
You know what? I think you're right there. I might as well just own it, right? Let people think what they want. Whatever.
I'm an a-hole. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we keep shorting Sean out.
See, then I'm laughing.
Everybody
'cause
thinks I am, so I might as well
by
live
the
up
way,
to
we
it.
can confirm through CNN's
I hear a magical
breaking
voice.
news,
Oh,
Brian
great.
Howe is dead.
Yes.
And if
sad.
CNN says so, we know it's true.
Oh, good Lord.
Ish.
Where's that magical
Yeah,
voice
sure.
coming from?
The magic voice
I hear
that
something.
only those of us
That's
on
the guy.
computers see.
That's our guy behind the
Yes,
glass.
my child.
Oh,
Okay,
here
I'm
we
going to
go.
go now.
That's our guy behind the
With our
glass.
toy, his new
Mr.
toy.
Chris Branham, our producer. He's also our tech guy for Off Track as well, which everybody knows him. So
Well, I'm glad to know that Sheriff Joe's still kicking then, because
yeah, gives Dominic Izzo something to do.
that's true.
Yeah, meh. All right, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Here's-
Melissa, did you know somebody that you could invite
Yes.
next week?
I'm
Mhm.
afraid.
Because I think that would be fascinating, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sean's going to tap out. He's afraid.
I want to invite her. I haven't asked her yet, but I figured I'd ask you guys first.
I got no experience lately, so sorry.
because she has self-love is important too, Sean.
No, it's just
Red Solo Cup.
Let's
I don't even know. I don't even know what that means.
solo. One
Just the solo part. Okay.
Han Solo.
Oh, Lord.
So
Yeah.
no, but I honestly I really do think it's important, and the reason I was saying it too because she's kind of quirky. She's not like she'd be a good fit for here or Off Track, I guess.
I would say is probably tough. Because I would say it'd be tough not to hear. So yeah, might as well. I don't know. Oh, I got quiet.
So are we voting then, or what's your
Not the whole show. Let's we'll do a segment.
Okay, to be fair, there's more audience over there, so you're going to reach more people.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, or both, whatever. I'll ask her because she's kind of busy with stuff
Stuff and things.
and things.
Stuff
Yeah.
and things.
The comments.
Oh,
are
Chris
hysterical.
Branham. Wrong show. Look, what?
It's not just Chris.
I
Keep
know.
reading.
I
They're
just-
having fun.
Oh my goodness.
It's not the yeah, never mind.
Seriously, I think
Maybe.
everybody
Girls are the worst.
everybody's
are.
going stir crazy.
Everybody
Somewhere to let
is.
their hair down. Where did I hear that at recently?
Not in the mirror.
No. Correct.
I'm going to hell. Yeah, people are so bored, I guess. I heard on the news today a lot of people have taken up bird watching all of a sudden.
I would love to sit outside and watch birds.
No. Are you serious?
Swear.
I suppose you like to fish too. Yes,
I
you
do like to
Yeah.
fish.
See, I just
Oh, I would
Ain't
kill for
nobody
a
got
day on the
time
back of
for
a
that.
bass boat.
oh whatever.
Oh my God, seriously.
Yeah, no, I'm
One
serious.
day.
I have. Look,
One
does
nice
the
day
bass
on
go?
the back of a boat.
Can I just drive the bass boat like all day? That's all I want to do.
I want to put a motor in a cat cooler. Or no, put an outboard motor in a cat cooler.
There you go.
motorboating. Is that what you want to do?
You could probably put a trolling motor on a big one and just troll around sitting in it. That'd be fun.
I know too many trolls. Sorry, Melissa. Melissa didn't answer the question.
So anyway, this
She's not going
room
to
that
answer
I'm
the
in my
motorboat question.
office has a window like right there, and I throw, instead of putting birdseed in the bird feeder, I just throw it out on the ground so I can just see them right here. I'm like a lazy bird watcher. Like, no, I'm not going to your environment. You're coming to mine.
That's okay. I have the ducks trained now. I open up the back door and they pop their heads up. They look to see if it's me. And if it's me, they start looking to see if I'm coming out, and they waddle all the way across the bricks up to the patio, and they sit
Waddle,
there.
waddle, waddle.
Yep. They wait for me to bring
Not a
treats.
lot of bing bang or what's that song?
You giving mealworms?
No, I have duck treats, but the next thing I'm going to get is mealworms
Who
and give them
doesn't,
that.
really?
They go crazy.
Oh, well, one of them actually got a real worm the other day, and the other three chased the one with the worm through the yard to get it.
Because
It's
wax
hysterical.
worms suck.
I like Sour Patch Worms. Those are
Oh
good.
no, I can't do sour candies.
Does
I
this
can't
tell
do
you
sour. I make my jaw hurt thinking about it.
the most excitement I have in my day right now is the ducks because I don't ever get to go anywhere.
Man, that's quacked up.
I
That's
know.
not fair, Chris Brandon, because let me tell you something. We were talking about fishing on a boat.
What did Chris?
Sean, he has a point.
Whatever. Shut up. Shut up. Damn.
Archie,
Oh, Archie. You do that too well.
I'm gonna go get you a beer.
So,
And this is what happens.
Is
Yeah.
this show over yet? This is like,
Wow.
do we start? Do we even start the show? That's all right. There's not even tens of tens. There's just
Oh
Eight.
Lord.
There's
I
just
know.
us,
think there's two.
It's just us.
you know
us
what,
and
here,
Rocky.
let
you
me
know.
tell
It's
you.
only actually.
Let me give a shout out to our whole audience. I will list every single one of the people.
And
That's
before you
Rocky.
give before you give
What?
the shout out, tell them topics. What
you
do you
just
guys
did.
want to talk about next week? Come on.
Rocky, Chet, who doesn't count because he's upstairs, isn't he?
No, he's on his way to Iowa. with Logan
Okay,
Ridge.
fine. He counts then. Rocky, Chet, Jen, and Todd Murphy, my brother in a big truck.
Chrome Justice.
And Rod. So yeah, woo.
Maybe we should
it's
give out APR coffee.
because Rocky Stucci's on right now. And
Yes,
I
we
got
know.
half a bag of Bells or Liberty left. I'll just put them in
we're
little
competing
baggies
against
like
the big
drugs.
leagues right now. So
Come up with
I
our
know.
own, like chock full of nuts is already taken, but
It's that
calling you out,
heavenly
Rocky
coffee.
Stucci. I'm calling you out, Rocky. What's up? Stuff.
Do you need any duct tape, Megan? Or are you good?
Whack,
In case something breaks.
whack, whack.
Do you have Aflac?
Oh Lord. We could turn on to another subject. I could get on Sean about his reading the other night of
That's
Let It
foul.
Go.
Whoa. Hey.
Let It Go.
it would be a
So
different show.
coat liquor and what? What was it? Oh, back to Beavis and accounting. I messed it all up. Yes, tongue tied stuff.
And
Yeah, seriously, like Meg. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kirk. What?
Chrome's name is Rod.
Yes, that's what I was saying. Rod.
Oh, I thought you said that's what he did.
No,
Oh, he's a truck driver.
no, that's Todd. Todd's a
Oh,
driver.
Todd.
Todd
Rod.
Road. He's probably got himself a big old Galaxy DX66 and talks like this on the CB. But anyway, moving on. Turn it up.
Channel 19.
Oh, Chet just
Todd's
told everybody.
probably he's giggling right now.
Chet in the comments just said I have plaid duct tape. Yes, that is correct. Walmart
That's
had
sad.
duct tape on clearance for 75 cents a roll. I don't care what it looks like. It's duct tape. I bought it.
Moving here.
Oh.
I would like to say we say this all the time, but for the 4 people tonight, 4. Damn, we really don't have an audience. That we usually have a good audience.
Well,
I
if
know
you're
we're-
gonna have 4 people, I'm glad it's these 4 because
well, they're commenting a lot too. That
they are.
See, look at
they're
that.
getting me started.
Todd
So
Murphy. Go ahead.
also, if you guys want to talk about sexual wellness next week, drop us a line either on the twits
Tell everybody we're going to do a
FBs
show on sexual wellness.
or
folks.
lifeinprogressradio@gmail.com. Email us, send us some communiques, whatever you got to do, and we might have a sexual professional on next week.
Or a sexual amateur,
Well,
or a
I'm
person
just gonna be
who's,
quiet.
or a person who. Yeah, never mind. That's lifeinprogressradio@gmail.com. And seriously, guys, I know you guys love the show. It's fun. It's life. But Rocky,
I see that.
Raquel Lee, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
I'm
That was
a
a good
little
song.
rusty here. Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Oh my God. Right?
no, I felt dirty just saying
or-
Todd and Rod.
For a second, I thought you were just going to go click and leave. 'Cause
I'm
that would be-
thinking about it.
Don't talk about yourself like that. Like, wait, what did I say, Jen? What did I? Oh, an amateur? No, I wasn't talking about myself. Anyway,
Wait, who's
Or
solo?
an
I want
expert.
you. I want you to talk about your non-reading the other night.
What about it? I didn't
I
read
just want
very
you
well.
to. I just want you to share.
Well, okay. Maybe I'm not understanding you, but I was doing.
You didn't want to ask, and
I was-
she read you anyways.
You had a reading?
Oh, see, that's why I'm like, what the
Yes.
hell are you talking? No, I didn't. I didn't have a reading.
She read you.
Good time. No, she.
You're getting saved by the music.
No, I'm not. You shush, and I'll tell you. She just said, "Don't be afraid to ask. Just let it all out. Let it all out. Let it go. Let it all out. Just ask."
Oh,
I
God.
loved my reading was wow.
Yeah. Whoa! What the hell happened here? Oh, I got it now. The guy behind the glass.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, guys. See you next week, Thursday. Love ya. Peace out.
Love all 4 of you.
Yeah, every single one of you. Wow. Okay. Stand up for your rights.
Yes.
Stand up tall. Bye bye.